welcome to our local tree lot. Every year the kids and I come and volunteer for our local scout troop to help sell trees for their scout camp. We signed up for a few different days to help sell trees, so I hope you enjoy watching our Christmas tree crafty adventure, and along with that also learn how to make a few ornaments from some of the cutoffs at the bottoms of the trees. It's tree time! So here we are with the Scouts, and we are unloading a ton of trees. This is something that we do every year with our Scout troop. We get trees, we sell them, and it's a fundraiser for the Scouts to go to summer camp. And we just got the biggest shipment of fresh trees to date. We have never had this many trees before, and it is absolutely amazing. How many trees did they order this year?
I think it's 200.
200, and normally we're in the 100 range, but we have sold out for every year for years. And so now we have 200 trees. All we have to do now is we have built a corral and kind of a placement in the front of the church to set them up. So it's time to set up the trees and get them ready for sales. Oh! Just throwing trees at me.
Tree hugger.
Are you a tree hugger?
Okay, well, can you take it the rest?
All right. So we're here on day one, ready to sell some trees. It is one of the first days a lot is open, so we're not expecting a ton of people to come purchase, but every tree counts. So let's see what happens. What do you look like?
Among Us character.
You look like an Among Us character.
I do.
So we only ended up selling one tree, but that's okay. Every time we are here, we help spray the trees down, water them, keep them fed, make them look great, and ready for purchase the next time rolls around. The good news is it is absolutely a beautiful night, so there's nothing wrong with being outside with my family, enjoying the wonderful fresh air and the smell of these awesome pine trees. We got a few more days of sales to go. Let's hopefully they're as beautiful as this. Where are we going?
Tree lot.
Oh, come on, people are excited. What are we gonna go do now?
Sell trees. Rain.
Can you tell they're excited? Because this is what we get to leave it. So day two was not the greatest. It was wet, it was cold, and we had to break out our winter gear, which we haven't worn in a very long time. But you got to be there anyway, just in case a customer calls. So we do our checks, we walk around, fill up the trees, make sure they get watered, which didn't have to worry about it because it's raining. They're going to get watered, and we wait to see if anybody comes. Nobody wants to buy a Christmas tree.
It's because it's so rainy.
It is raining.
It's super rainy.
So we're hiding in the car because it is nasty out. It is raining, it is cold.
Not anymore.
Is it getting better?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, is it raining?
It's like barely been sprinkling.
I'm also enjoying the butt warmer in my car.
Can I have a candy cane?
And we have 0 people here. Where's the candy cane?
Right here.
All right, no candy cane.
Tastes good.
So it finally stops raining and we head outside just to make sure that the trees are okay and to make it look like we're actually open and to fill the gap of time, because why not? My daughter and I started to have a little bit of fun, and to warm up, we just started dancing because, you know, when you're outside and with your family, there's nothing better to do than have a little bit of fun. It's a good way to warm up.
Yeah.
So we're back again for our third shift doing trees, and we got here, and how many people were waiting?
4?
We had like 4 people before we even turned the lights on and got everything going. It was bananas at a madhouse, but I think I'd rather have it be busy
Yeah, then not busy.
than nothing, like our other night when it was rainy and cold and Well, we did buy one tree because we
Yeah.
bought it for ourselves, but I still got to play with the chainsaw. Okay, go out. So now that we are done with the trees, we are collecting all of the fun little stumps that we cut off with the chainsaw. Or I got to cut off the chainsaw, and it's time to go make some crafts. So let's head to the shop. Welcome to my garage shop. Well, it's not really mine, it's actually my husband's, but I get to use it every now and then. So let's start by drilling some holes at the top so we can turn these into ornaments. It's just so much fun. But if you're using power tool at home, don't forget that you need to be safe. Now that the holes are all drilled through here, it's time to clean them up and get all the gunk, which is what we put on there when we were marking the trees, so we knew what sizes they were. A little bit of wire brush, a cleaner, and some sandpaper. is to take a round that looks like this and turn it into this. So this one's completely done on this side, and there's no way I'm gonna really get all that green out, so we're gonna do a little bit of something like paint to cover it up before we put our vinyl on. And then this was the clean cut side, and all I needed to do was sand it down. So that's what we're going for here. Let's hold it the correct way up. And so going from here to here, and from here to here. A couple more of these rounds to clean up and a couple of different sizes, and then it's time to put the vinyl on and finish our ornaments. So all the rounds are clean and sanded. It is time to paint the one that had the green spray paint that just would not sand off. So I'm using a little folk art paint. It's in a parchment color, and then letting it dry. While the paint is drying, the kids are picking out what color of vinyl they want to have on their ornament. I have a ton of different colors from Style Tech Craft, and they picked out their favorites. I also picked out one for myself. So I'm just measuring each of the rounds to make sure I have the right dimensions when I go in to cut my vinyl and write them down on a little sticky note. So I'm opening up my Cricut Design Studio and I'm pulling out some files from my collection, Holiday Pines. So I had the kids pick out their tree from my Holiday Pines collection, which you can find at my website, erinreedmakes.com. A link is down in the information section. And we made sure to size it to fit on their cut round and then attach it so it cuts as one file. When you cut it, you're going to pick a textured vinyl and do cut more to just get a little bit of a deeper cut. I placed the red vinyl my son picked out and open up my Cricut, plug it in, and load the vinyl, and then just hit cut. So my daughter and I both picked out our own trees from my Holiday Pines cut file, and we added the 2021, sized them so they would fit on our cut rounds. It's kind of silly, I should have cut these at the same time as my son because the pressure and everything is exactly the same for all three types of vinyl, for the red luster and for the two glitter ones. When adding more than one cut file and you want to make sure they cut in different colors, just make sure you spread them out on your design studio and make sure the colors match on your cutting mat. Next step is weeding. Taking my weeding tool and just pulling off all the excess vinyl that I don't need. I totally cut way more vinyl than I absolutely needed for this step, but that's okay. I'd rather have a little bit more than a little bit less. And then it's time to do the transfer. I just cut a little section of some transfer tape. I'm going to use the same transfer tape for all of this transfers for both the trees and also the year 2021 for all three ornaments. The vinyl sticks to just about anything. It sticks to wood and also sticks to paint, glass, you name it, pretty much any surface that allows it to be sticky, the vinyl will stick to. And if when you're trying to transfer and it doesn't quite stick, put the transfer tape back down and re-rub it and then apply again. It'll pull right off. Just give a little bit more pressure and then you're good to go. The last step is just adding a little bit of twine to the top of the ornaments so they can hang on the tree.
First ornament on the tree.
Now for years to come, we're going to remember our time volunteering at the Scout Christmas tree lot, not only for the tree rounds we collected and polished, but also for the vinyl trees to help us remember. So we're home now, we put the tree up and we're starting to put our first ornaments, including the ones we just made. And it is the beginning of our Christmas season. Every year our whole family goes out and helps sell Christmas trees, which is a fundraiser for our local scouting. I would love to know how you give back to your community. Leave an answer in the comments.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this has inspired you to make some Christmas ornaments this year. Sorry about the car noise. We are right next to a road, but that does help sell the Christmas trees because they can see us and more eyeballs on the trees. More trees get sold and help out these guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out these videos here and goodbye. Bye everybody.
We'd love it if you shared this video with your friends. Bye.
That and all wet. Are we just waiting? Okay, we're waiting.